to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Weekend, Saturday, Sunday, very well-planned protests in New York City. If you thought the protests were big last weekend, they about to take all of Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Ave?
Really? There hasn't been a big Fifth Ave one, has there?
This Saturday there will be, I'm hearing.
That's tight.
Protests will be larger than ever, potentially, this weekend.
Let's go.
You know, we got to keep this same energy going, though. Mm-hmm. And the thing that's been helping me is the fact that everybody's not only on message, but the music is matching up, too. And then now you're going to have artists releasing new songs. It's going to be some fresh material. I saw Meek Mill just put a post.
Oh, we should play the new Jim Jones.
Where's that new Jim Jones at?
Cass, you want me to send you the clean?
Because that's the thing that keeps us going. When we start feeling like the world ain't listening, you start feeling fatigued mentally, throw that song on. Mm-hmm. The right song will get you right.
Cass, it's in your email if you didn't have it. The Harry Fraud, Jim Jones, Conway the Machine joint.
I heard, you got, what's your man's name? Drew Brees. He had to apologize. And then Bills quarterback Jason Fromm.
Jake Fromm.
We go to ESPN's own Rosenberg. What happened with Bills player Jake Fromm?
He had a text message exposed in which he was talking about guns and said only elite white people should buy guns. This was a text from 2019.
What does that mean?
I read the actual whole conversation. So basically he was talking to somebody and they were talking about buying guns, and he was like, oh, well, they should make it more expensive so that only elite white guys like me can go buy guns. This is what he said. So
and that was that because he wants more gun control?
Yeah, he wants gun control from black people. He wants white people to have guns. I think it's pretty clear. And so the girl who he was having the conversation with saw everything that's going on in the world and decided to release that text message.
Oh, she put it on blast.
And
Did you see the follow-up text messages that she released of her
friend trying to talk her off?
Begging her
begging her not to do it.
How'd it go, Rosenberg? Play it out. Can I get a reenactment?
She was like, hey, what'd you do? Jake's been texting me all night. He wants to know, can you delete the text? And she was like, no, I can't. She's like, but why'd you release that? And she was like, there's a lot going on in the world, and this has to be known. And the girl was like, no, you're going to ruin his career. They're going to release him. She was like, he'll apologize. He'll release a very positive statement. I'm sure this can lead to something good.
Wow.
The girl was like, no, they're going to cut him. She was like, I don't think so. I think it'll be fine.
But why?
But let me tell you, the Buffalo Bills probably like what he wrote.
Well, if it's based anything on what the Buffalo PD are doing.
Buffalo Bills fans probably like what he wrote, too.
Yeah, why do I feel that way about the Bills?
Because it's true. Because it's true.
Well, but of which part? What is it like? Why do we feel that way? I know their old quarterback isn't the most progressive. Their current quarterback isn't the most progressive either.
Well, neither. We've just seen their fans in the parking lot doing wild-ish, too. It's Buffalo and the city itself.
Buffalo.
That sucks because the Bills have a lot of black fans, too, man. There's not a lot of things to root for in Buffalo.
There's nothing.
Like that, the Bills are such a big, What happened to the good old days? What happened to Marv Levy? Although, even Thurman Thomas is a right winger, I think.
Well, I just want to say, all of you football players, I see your videos. How many of y'all going to be on a knee, though, come Sunday?
None.
Facts.
You want to impress me, Drew Brees? Bend the knee. Fromm, bend the knee. The Miami Dolphins head coach, he has something to say. Bend the knee, bro. Let's see. NFL, you want to put out a statement? Bend the knee. What's the coach of Seattle Seahawks again? What's his name?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Didn't he have something to say the other day? Oh, we stand with the black community, blah, blah, blah. But then when Colin Kaepernick came and was going to try out for y'all asked him about whether or not he was going to kneel. He didn't have an answer for you. He said, I'm not sure yet. Y'all told him not to even come try out. Bend the knee. And by the way, that won't provoke me or have me trusting your intent in any way, shape, or form. I just want you on your knee so I can see you get the vitriol that other players got when they were on a knee. And it'll also keep the conversation going. Because, see, they thought this conversation was going to go away. Oh, if we get Cap out the league, you know what I mean? And then nobody's going to want to. Last year, nobody was on a knee. And, all right, whoo. All right, we in the clear now. The NFL has moved on. What did Hove say? We're beyond kneeling. Oh, no, we not, Hove.
No.
Oh, no, we not. Now you got police on a knee in the streets.
And the whole NFL need to take a knee.
The whole goddamn country's on a knee.
We'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see if Drew Brees changes his take. And then will you believe it?
No.
Because he meant what he said 2 days ago.
It ain't even about whether or not I believe you. It's about we need to see you on a knee. If you even want us to even consider believing you. If you want to consider having any level of respect. That's just how I feel. Now, you and your players, y'all going to do what you want. How I feel. Because bring up Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp had something to say yesterday. He wrote Sterling. That's why.
You heard this, Rosenberg?
No, I haven't heard Shannon Sharp yet.
And Drew's like, that flag means so much. Drew, do you realize, think about the black man, that flag, for 250 years in slavery, another 150 years of 100 years of Jim Crow. And so you automatically assume that a black man should feel the same pride for the flag as you and your grandfathers? Skip, that's what makes me upset, Skip, is that some think that only whites served in the military. Man, that flag means so much. My grandfather, my great-grandfather. I guarantee you, if you poll some players in the NFL, they have grandfathers or great-grandfathers that served in World War II. And Drew Brees still doesn't seem to get it. Now, he issued an apology, Skip, but it's meaningless because the guys know that he spoke his heart the very first time around.
Correct.
Now, I don't know what Drew's going to do, but he probably should just go ahead and retire now. It will never be the same because he spoke his heart and Skip, and what he said, it wasn't what he said, it's how he said it. He was defiant. I will never respect a man. Even though Colin Kaepernick had told you what he was doing, Skip, and guess what? Even after all this, nobody had even mentioned the flag. He brought that up on his own.
I couldn't agree with Shannon more. I mean, yesterday's apology was so hollow. So here's the thing. I believe that people can change. I believe that you could say something at one point, and a year later, you could be like, yo, man, I spent a lot of time.
The next day.
In a day.
The next, in 20 hours, you went from your chest. He said it with his chest, Ebro. He really did.
Man,
he had an answer.
I already know, bro.
And then 20 hours later, you're like, I've really felt about it. I'm so sorry.
The knee.
Oh, he's trying to. He's doing the proverbial bend.
I don't need.
Yesterday, he was on camera. He put out a video at night. Look in my eyes.
Nope.
Look in my eyes.
Nope. Nah.
Ebro also, let's be honest, Ebro means what he's saying. He also just kind of wants an excuse to say bend the knee repeatedly. He
Right,
loves
this is Game of Thrones.
It's Game of Thrones talk.
Game of Thrones talk.
Bend the knee. No, and also it'll give me a reason to turn football on.
Ebro will finally stop protesting the NFL if he gets to see all these white boy, flag-loving, refusing to support Cap players
Bend the
knee. Oh, you'll see a rating spike, all right.
People will be like, oh, really? Bend the knee. And it's not over. And I'm so happy it's not over. I'm so overjoyed that it's not over and that the nation is uncomfortable.
Well.
Here we are.
Well,
Everybody's uncomfortable now. And we got plenty of gas in the tank. Plenty of gas in the tank. We got corporations behind us now.
Oh, yeah. To that degree, does it feel different to you than other times we've been through?
Absolutely. Because they stopped. Because the, what is it called? The war chest. The bank account is full. Fam, when I got organizers hitting me like, why is this person reaching out to me? And why is this person?
'Cause
I've
they're
never heard
scared.
of these. I've never heard of these people before.
Fam, and we're talking in every aspect of everything that happens. Like I've seen it in museums that have put out statements, and then you see black curators stepping up like, now you talking after
But then-
you refuse to give me X, Y, and Z.
But
After you
I-
pushed me out.
But I will say this. Some of it there are people you should definitely be looking with a side eye at. And some, I think, is the really great part is that it's authentic. And some people, I know of, like, I can speak of one.
I'm not saying it's not authentic. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that now it's different.
Right.
I'm saying now everyone is uncomfortable. Everybody.
Well, I think it started with how uncomfortable and pained that video made people feel. I think that George Floyd.
It's uncomfortable and pained and embarrassed about how people feel that they elected a president who is who is useless. He's useless. He is completely useless. What's the guy he was salute? Mad Dog Mattis.
Mattis came out and
Mad Dog Mattis came out and said, "Shut your bitch ass up, you're a clown."
He wrote a 2-page letter to annihilate. This is one of the most respected generals in the last couple of generations in America. Just came out and slaughtered the man who he used to work for. Slaughtered.
And by the way, Mattis stepped down.
Oh, yeah, because he thought that everything that Trump was trying to do was ridiculous, right?
That's right. Mattis was like, I'm out. So it's at every level.
Yeah, that Bible thing was a real congratulations. The combination of congratulations from using the military to push around peaceful protests.
Including priests, fam.
So that offended the military. Yep. So you offended the military by making them go against peaceful protests, which is what they're there to defend. That offends them. Then he goes, I'm going to go get a Bible because that'll please the religious right. Nope. People thought you disrespected the Bible. He's such a fraud. It's blowing up. It's starting to blow up for him.
Right, and the sad part is so is the nation at the same time. 43 million people don't have a job. We have a global pandemic of a disease called police brutality. You thought I was going to say COVID-19. We also have COVID-19.
110,000 Americans dead.
100,000 people died in the last several weeks. It's June. People started dying in March. All at the same time.
Yo, how do you not bow out of re-election when it's that bad? Hey, guys, it's almost like you look up and you're like, hey,
Because with Donald Trump, there is no bottom.
Right,
He
there's no
has
bottom.
there is no bottom.
It's endless.
He could, as low as you want to go, he'll go. It doesn't matter. When you already know the level of disdain people have had for you your entire life. That's what you operate on.
What's that game called that people play at like bar mitzvahs and weddings? They hold up the stick.
Oh, Limbo?
Yo, his limbo game, he could turn into a puddle and just roll under.
How low can you go?
It never ends.
Bro, what a brother know. Yo, play some Public Enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? Play some Public Enemy for the people, man.
You know, we should play Fight the Power going into the weekend. It's going to be a big protest weekend.
I mean, run it. I'm here for all of the smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, you are living through real-time history, a moment in history, a generational moment. And we not letting up. NYPD, we not letting up. You will be held accountable, and suspensions ain't enough. We don't even know what a suspension is. If you still getting money in your bank account, are you really suspended? If you can hurt people and keep your job, what's that really mean? What's that really mean, son?